Our prime objective is to provide IT skills training to professionals across various technology domains, aligning them to skills that are most sought by organizations today, while also preparing them for future industry trends. So, in today's webinar, we will cover a range of topics around Amazon Web Services, AWS. This webinar is designed to provide a brief overview of AWS and its certifications. It would be useful to a wide range of professionals. Leading organizations across the world have adopted AWS to overhaul their performance, security, and team dynamics. With more and more companies jumping onto the bandwagon, it has emerged as a high sought-after skill to master. Before we begin, let me introduce the instructor for today's webinar. His name is Gurpreet. He is an expert in the field of AWS and has about 17 plus years of industry experience. And he has vast expertise in the field of training in AWS Solution Architect, AWS SysOps, and AWS Developer. So over to Gurpreet.
Hello everyone, and very good afternoon all of you. Just want to check that if I'm audible and if you're able to see my screen as well. Okay, very nice. Thank you for the confirmation. All right, so let's get started here. To begin with, let me introduce myself. My name is Gurpreet Singh, and I'm a cloud solution architect by profession. So I do have over 17 years of experience working in the IT industry and have worked with the service delivery, financial industries, and other organizations. I'm a solution architect, developer, and SysOps certified from the Amazon, and have been working on the Amazon technologies from the past 6 years. Okay, so I'm will be able to give you a good overview on the Amazon technologies and how the application is going to be done here. All right. So we are going to be having discussion on the can I make a career in the AWS and how and where I can begin with. What are the possibilities here? What are the market trends? And how we can make best out of the use of the latest technology which is there in the market. Let me share the agenda with all of you that what all we are going to be going and discussing here. So we are going to be going and starting with what exactly the AWS cloud is and its benefits, the demand for the AWS professionals, what kind of job trends are there in the industry from the past few years. So why everyone is talking about the cloud and what are the benefits they are going to be going and reaping out from while moving on to the cloud. And who can actually benefit from the cloud, who can actually learn and work in this space. Is this only for the developers or the SysOps administrators, or is it going to be for the architects? Okay, maybe you are going to be performing a different role in your current organization. So is that something you can move to the cloud and get benefited from it? So we are going to be having a question answers followed by it. Once I'm going to be giving you an overview on the different roles which are available here in the Amazon. We are also going to be sharing some of the industry standard projects that where exactly the people are getting benefited and reaping the potential of the cloud. And then going to be introducing that why you should join Magna Infotech and help you build your career in the cloud. All right, hope the agenda is clear with everyone. So let's get started here from the very beginning, what AWS is and its benefits. All right. Okay, so what exactly the AWS cloud is? So AWS Cloud is actually a public cloud vendor. That means Amazon has created a pool of resources, and in that pool of resources we do have the uh, all different type of resources available, which we can go rent it out and use them as and when required. So those pool of resources we have contains the virtual machines, it has storage, it got a networking equipment there, it also has the some of the platform as a services and application as a services. So the biggest benefit of having the using the resources from the pool which Amazon has created for you is the provisioning of the resources is gonna be very quick. I don't have to involve myself in the capital expenditure. I don't have to go and invest in creating my own data center, creating my own pool of resources and then utilizing it. Especially for the small organizations, for the startups, it is really a very big challenge to create their own data center and then invest money to maintain that data center. So the reason the market trend has been changing from doing a capital expenditure to changing it to operational expenditure. How about making no investment at all and only gonna be going and paying for what you are gonna be using? You can compare this particular model with the kind of a new generation online taxi we do have. So you might have used as Ola or Uber. So if you are traveling in some other city and if you need to use a car over there, you don't go and buy a new car to use it over there. You go and rent it out from the pool of taxis which are available. So same is applied in the technology area from the Amazon, and that is where the revolution has happened. Earlier, all the different industries, different organizations, so it was a very painful to buy new hardware as it is very expensive and not that easy to set up. It takes many weeks for the vendor to deliver those hardware and then providing you to use. And also, whenever you're going to be buying any kind of a new hardware, any kind of a new resources, they get obsolete very soon. Average age of a new hardware, whether you buy a server or whether you buy storage, whether you buy any network equipment, the average age is measured at 3 years. So it means after 3 years, you either need to upgrade it, you either need to go and change that one. And again, means upgrading or changing the existing data center means more money. So when we are going to be going and using the resources from the cloud, all that burden is gone. We can just go and consume the resources from the pool of resources given by the cloud. And I can use the resources without any having a commitment for it. If I need few of the servers or some of the setup only just for 1 day or 1 week, I can just go and use that one. So when I don't need the resources, I can just return the resources back to the pool, and those resources are going to be available to some other users. And that is going to be helping me with a lot of agility. Means I don't have to guess that how much of the capacity I do need. Am I okay using 3 servers, or I'm going to be needing 5 servers or 10 servers? I don't have to guess the capacity. I can simply go and start provisioning the resources and start utilizing it. That means the environment which I am going to be using for my requirements is gonna be changing as per my requirement. If I'm going to be using a small environment, I just pay only for that. As my business grows, as my requirement grows, I start using more resources and pay more for that. So it's going to be really a great agility for me. And at the same time, I do have the full control on the resources I'm going to be using from the cloud. And there's a vast range of services which are available from the cloud. Most of the services are we call as a fully managed services. Fully managed services means I really don't have to go and manage any kind of an overheads for them. For example, if I'm going to be going and using a database, I don't have to manage the patching of the database. I don't have to go and manage the licensing for for the database. I don't have to manage any kind of backups for that. All that is going to be managed by the cloud provider, Amazon in this case. That means I can just focus on consuming I can just want to go and focus on consuming the resources and focus on my business. I don't have to worry about that. Do I need to buy a dedicated license to use the database? Do I need to buy a dedicated license to use the application? All that comes as a fully managed service, and I'm going to be just paying on the basis of what I'm consuming on an hourly basis. If I have consumed my database for 2 hours, I pay for 2 hours, which includes the server I'm using and the license I'm using and the storage I'm consuming, all bundled together, all clubbed together. All right, so those are the few of the benefits which I have discussed for the public cloud and for the different services which we are going to be going and using it. Okay, so let me go ahead and move on to the next slide here. So hope this will give you a very good overview on a cloud services, especially on the AWS side. Now, these are the benefits which we have discussed, and let me summarize all of them here. First one is the cost effectiveness. Means there's going to be no upfront there's going to be no upfront cost for you. If you just need 2 servers or 2 databases, you just going to be paying for them. So as your environment grows, you keep on adding more resources and you keep on paying what you're using. Elastic and scalable. So elastic and scalability means it is gonna be fully flexible as per your requirements. Okay, as per fully flexible as per your requirement. You can start with the very small system and then grow into a huge big platform which you want to use. Okay, so that means you really don't have to guess the capacity, and it is going to be going and changing as per your needs as you continue to use the resources. It is going to be continue to work with it. All right. At the same time, it is flexible. Means the hardware, software, licenses, everything is going to be chargeable on the hourly basis. So it's not that you have to maintain the separate licenses, you have to maintain a hardware separately. Everything is going to be bundled, and everything can be stitched together to create a complete solution. And Amazon does have their data centers. Amazon have their global data centers worldwide in 20 different locations worldwide. That means today, if you have the operations in US and your organization think they want to expand the operations in the Europe, you can simply go and start utilizing the Europe data center. You can simply create the resources in the Europe data center and start utilizing them. Okay, and same goes if you further want to expand them in Asia. You can go and start deploying that in Asia. That means with one single account with the Amazon, you get access to the 20 different locations worldwide, and you can start deploying and managing your resources worldwide from one single account and one single console or a dashboard. And you will be having a one single bill to pay for your all global resources. Whenever we think about the cloud, whenever we think about the different resources in the cloud, the first thing which comes into the mind is the security. That whatever I'm going to be going and using and deploying, is it going to be secure? So Amazon is very particular and serious about the security. The first thing they do build on their services is on the security stuff. Okay, so all different components are built on the ground up for the security perspective. When we talk about the security, we do consider 2 different aspects of it. Okay, so first is whenever data is traveling, is that secure? And we call that as security in transit. And second point is gonna be, we are gonna be checking that if my data is secure when stored, and we call that as securing data at rest. So Amazon also offers the firewalls by default in your account. As soon as you start utilizing the Amazon cloud, it is going to be asking you to use the default firewalls so that the resources you are going to be going and creating, they are secure, and only authorized and legitimate users are given access to those. So these are the key benefits here for using the Amazon cloud. Okay, let me go and flip the slide here. Let's go and check it out, that what exactly the demand for the Amazon professionals are in the market. Okay, how the market trend looks like, and as we saw the different benefits which are mentioned here. So all those benefits are gonna be pushing out for the huge demand for the Amazon professionals, because whenever the companies, they do think for that, okay, we don't have to do any kind of a capital expenditure, we don't have to maintain and build our own data centers, we can go and utilize the resources from the public cloud. So that is where the industry trend is, and everyone is going to be following that one, because you are going to be going to use the world-class latest infrastructure, and that to pay as you go model. All right, so let's go and check it out, that where the demand is going to be coming in for. Okay, so here are the some of the statistics which are collected for the past 4 years. Okay, so as you can see, the demand is increasing exponentially year on year. Okay, so demand is actually increasing exponentially. So if we see, when we started the trend in the 2014, it got really doubled every year, and it is still growing at the same pace. If you check it out, the revenue generation from the Amazon side, so it is almost double every year. In 2018 as well, Amazon reported a growth of 90%. That means year on year, there is a growth of 100% in the requirements in the Amazon side. Okay, so let me flip the slide here. So these are some of the Google search trends. Okay, the people searching on the Amazon Web Services topic. So as you can see, the interest and the search for the people are all-time high, and again growing exponentially in the past few years. So means doesn't matter whichever area, whichever industry you work in, you do have the opportunity to benefit from the public cloud. Okay, and this trend is being supported by a very new technology which is being very much in trend, and that is called the serverless technology. That means if you're going to be going and designing and working on the serverless environment, you really don't need to manage any kind of servers there. No servers means no operating systems. You can go and consume these services on the basis of how long you are consuming them. And that is making the cloud offering again now very, very interesting. Okay, let me go and flip the slide here. Now if we talk about the salary trends, if we have the professionals who are going to be going and utilizing the getting certified. Okay, so the kind of industry trends we do have, the offering the salaries for the people who are having acquaintance or the knowledge of the Amazon. So it doesn't matter which area you do come from. Are you coming from an architect? Are you coming from the operations? Are you coming from the development areas? So you do have an opportunity to learn and gain from the Amazon. So this means as soon as you're certified and gonna be adding the Amazon in your resume, once you say I know this technology and I'm aware of this one, and I can integrate in the area, in the field I'm working. So you are all good with that. Okay, you are all good with that. So this means people with the knowledge of the Amazon cloud, they do secure salaries 30 to 40% higher than the other participants. Okay, and this is not only in the US, this is going to be the across the world. So the people with the having a knowledge of the Amazon means they are ready to work and get involved in the in the Amazon side. So they are paid higher than the other one. Okay, they got paid than the other higher than the other ones. Okay, so let me move further here. Now, is this something gonna be benefited to you in the area you are working in? Can I learn Amazon and apply that in the area I'm supporting in? Okay, so let's go and check it out, that who can use the Amazon cloud, for whom this Amazon cloud is going to be beneficial. Okay, all right. The very first one area we are going to be going and covering is if you are a system admin. If you are already within an organization and doing any kind of administration job, are you going to be going and working on the as a system admin, handling the virtual servers and other physical servers in the on-premises data centers? Are you a database admin? Are you a storage admin, network admin, security admin? So then AWS is for you, because whenever the organization has to go and move on to the cloud, they have to move all the infrastructure pieces along with. That means whenever organization is going to be going and managing these servers, databases, network equipment, applications, all the stuff in the cloud, they do need the professionals who are able to handle the operations on the day-to-day basis. If an servers which are not required, that is where the admin jobs comes in. And at the same time, we do the organization their existing stuff to the cloud. That means if you are technologies like VMware, OpenStack, Dockers, Linux and admin, Windows admin, then it's a really a great for you to learn this technology and enhance your career capabilities. So it means as soon as we are going to be having all those different servers migrated or running in the cloud, so we're going to be learning how we can go and use them, how we can go and maintain them on the day-to-day basis, how we're going to be handling the backup for them, how we are going to be making sure they are, and going to be performing day-to-day housekeeping stuff like increasing the file system on it, adding new hard disks, so on and so forth. Security is again one of the core area where the admins comes in. So admins are also going to be responsible for patching all the servers, all the databases, all the application infrastructures. Same is true if you are a database admin. If you know how to install and maintain the databases in the on-premises data center, then you are very much required to do the same in the cloud. If you know how to install that database in the cloud and how to maintain that, what are the different database offerings available in the cloud, how we can go and configure and integrate that with the other servers. Can I move my on-premises database onto the cloud and then consume and integrate that? So those are the few of the things which you're going to be learning here in the admin course. And if you are a network admin or a storage admin, the same thing which you're going to be doing here on the on-premises, managing these local storage in your own data center and connecting them with the various servers, with the various databases. That is something you are going to be going and learning, that what different storage offerings are there from the cloud and how you can leverage and integrate them. As a security specialist, as a network admin, you are going to be going and creating your private network in the Amazon cloud, and then going to be utilizing it to create a multi-tier architecture for deploying the servers, databases, internal servers, external servers, DMZ environments. So if you are an admin, yes, definitely it is going to be one of the areas you need to learn and grow in. So learning only on the on-premises technology won't be suffice, and pretty soon you will feel that you are outdated as everyone is going to be moving on to the cloud. Okay, so this is the first area where we are recommending that everyone should go and learn the cloud and integrate that. The second area which we are going to be recommending is if you are a developer. So that means you already know how to develop a software, you already know how to package it, how to test it. Okay, you already are expert in your area. Now for the development purpose, you do need multiple systems. You need to use some of the resources to integrate that, to test it out, to build it. Now as a developer, how you can benefit from the Amazon cloud? What are the different tools are there which you can use and create your own development environment in the cloud? That is something which you're going to be going and learning here. Okay, so Amazon developers program is not to make you a developer, not to teach you a coding, but what all the knowledge you have already gained, what all the development and the coding you already know, how you can go and utilize that by using the Amazon cloud resources. So that is what is going to be the benefit for you once you are going to be going and utilizing it. And these days, as we are going to be going and talking about the CI/CD part, which is continuous integration and continuous development. So the development is not the kind of an old generation development and nowadays. It has taken a leap here, and we do have a lot of different technologies which are going to be helping us to do a continuous deployment and the continuous integration. That means if I'm going to be working on one of the areas in one of the project which might take months to complete, then test and then deploy, we are going to be going and having a CI/CD now. So with the help of the cloud, we can do a continuous development of the software, continuous testing, continuous deployment, and that is where the cloud tools are going to be coming handy for us. I'm going to be going and learning that how I can leverage the Amazon cloud to create my code pipeline there, so that as soon as I have created my code, as soon as I have committed my code, it goes for the bundling, and then from bundling it goes for the testing, and from testing it goes for the deployment. How I can automate using the cloud technologies. And as a developer, so it becomes very, very important for you to use maybe a couple of systems for doing the different type of testing. Let's say I have created my program and I want to do a testing on the multiple operating systems, multiple size of the operating systems, multiple patch levels of a different operating systems. Doing that testing in an on-premises data center is very, very difficult. Means I need to go and install and make those servers ready here. But if I'm gonna be going and working on the AWS cloud, I can actually create all that environment without any external help. I can go and create all that setup for me, and then go and start testing my application over there. So those are the kind of very huge benefits which are there. And there is a new word which is going to be coming into the market, new buzzword which is there called DevOps. Means if you are a developer, okay, if you are a developer, and if you also know the operations, then how to handle the operations. So developers plus operations, so we call as a DevOps. And that is really a very hard in the market. If you are a developer and also knows how to operate the environment, you are highly in demand. And the starting for that is from learning the cloud and then moving on to the DevOps sides. Okay, the first we discussed about the admin side, the second we discussed about the developers, and let's go and discuss the third area here, which is called which is a tester. Okay, so if you are in a testing job and if you are performing all the tests for the existing software, existing environment, the same you can go and learn that how you can leverage the Amazon cloud to create the testing environment and perform that. Okay, and doesn't matter which environment you come from, which kind of a background you come from, what kind of a testing experience you do own, you can benefit from the Amazon cloud for while learning and performing the testing in that area. Okay, so let's check it out, the next area here. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the DevOps professional area. So DevOps professional means you already know the development and the coding, and you know how to do the development, and then you can maintain the operations as well. You can create your own development environment. You can maintain that. You can run that as an operations. So that is what the DevOps area is. Okay, so that is going to be the value add for you. That means for creating the environment for the development purpose, for the testing purpose, you are not dependent on the operations guys. It is not that every time you need a server for the testing or for the development, you are going to ask for saying, I need a new server. So that means you are going to be going and having a bottleneckness for asking the server every time. So how about if you already know that how Amazon Cloud works, how you can create the different components in there, how you can leverage that and use that for the development purpose. Okay, so these are going to be the benefits if you're going to be a DevOps professional. Okay, let's go and talk about what are the different certifications which are being offered by the Amazon and which is going to be the best one for you. All right, let me go and flip the slide on that. Okay, so here are the different roadmap which is provided by the Amazon. So there is a very first track here, very first certification, that is called Cloud Practitioner. If you do not have any prior knowledge on working on the cloud or doesn't know how the virtual environment works, then you can actually begin your journey as a cloud practitioner. Cloud practitioner is going to be going and exposing you on the variety of the variety of the different terminologies, different tools, and going to be exposing you that how you can go and utilize the cloud environment. And you will also earn the very first certification over there called Foundation. Okay, this is the very first certification in that. So if you are coming from a non-IT background, if you're coming from some of the management background, PMO office or some other areas, this is a good place to start. It's a very small sweet course, going to be giving you a very good base foundation to begin with. Then we have a level 1 of these certifications. Okay, this is known as a level 1 certifications, or also known as the associate level certifications. So if you are already working as a system admin, already working as a database admin, so you can directly go and begin with the level 1. And there are 3 different certification tracks which are available. One is the solution architect, other one is the developer, and third one is the SysOp administrator. Again, they are matching with the what we have discussed. Okay, they are going to be matching with the with what we have discussed earlier. Means you can go and learn for solution architect if you're already doing a solution architect job in your current organization. If you're already trying to create a solutions in your own data center and want to provide the solutions in the cloud, then the solution architect is for you. If you're already doing some kind of a development on Java, .NET, Ruby, Python, or anything, so you can go and join the developer track. You're going to be going to expose on the various technologies which are being used, which is being exposed to the developers, and also going to be helping you that how you can create your own CI/CD platform here. If you have to create an environment for the testing, for the bundling, for the automatic deployment, how you can use the various services in the Amazon and do that. Also going to be exposing on the costing side of it, that how much it is going to be costing you if you're going to be doing so. The third one here is going to be for the SysOps. Admin, you can go for SysOps administrator certification here, and it is going to be exposing you on the knowledge that how to create and manage is on the integrating that, adding your all the approvals in place, and then gonna be leveraging the resources on the. So certifications are actually these L1 certification, and that's where most of the people begin. Okay, and that is kind of a benchmark and the standard. So it doesn't matter L1 certification. That means you do have a very sound knowledge on this area, and this L1 certification costs for that very quickly. It is going to be an online exam, and the exam is going to be heavy. You need to go and all right. So more than a year, and you are hungry for more knowledge. Okay, you can actually go for the level 2, which is the professional level of certification. Okay, so level 2 is the professional level, and it is recommended that you should have at least a couple of years of working knowledge in the associate level. Okay, so once you are you take the professional certification exams, so you can go for solution architect professional and DevOps engineer. Okay, so that you should go for the associate level of the program and then go for a professional one. It's not mandatory that you and then go. Okay, so but it is a recommended that you should take up the level 1 and then go for level 2. Okay, otherwise if you think you have the knowledge and you're already working on the AWS services for some time, you can actually go no problem on that. Okay, then we also have a specialty certifications as well. So in these specialty certifications, if you are coming from the networking or networking background, you can go and take up this specialty exam. If you're coming from the database or the big data side, so you can go and take up the big data certification. From security and the machine learning are the two more areas, and machine learning is the very latest one which is added here. Okay, machine learning is one of the latest area which is added here. All right, these are the complete roadmap which is being offered by the Amazon. Okay, so you can actually begin with the foundation, or you can start with the associate level and then actually move forward to the professionals. Okay, so let me just flip the slide here. So next question you might be thinking in your mind is that when you want to start for it. Okay, when is the right time to start with, when to start for it? You can actually, okay, so so here's the basics for it. Okay, so once you are you can only serve when there are tides. Okay, so this is a very good analogy to begin with. Okay, so once you are actually going to be going and exposed onto the hands-on work which you're going to be doing on the AWS, that is where is a great way of learning. And the best way to take up these trainings are all literally hands-on and based on various projects. It's not all the PPTs or the theories which are going to be going and killing you, but it's all interesting hands-on work which you're going to be going and working with the different components here. Okay, so whenever you are going to be going and starting with the learning, so what are the different areas you are going to be learning or exposing to? So we begin with something called Introduction to the AWS. In the Introduction to the AWS, we are going to be going and discussing about that what exactly the Amazon Cloud is all about, how the Amazon Cloud is built off. We are going to be discussing that where exactly the data centers are located and how Amazon has created their data centers, how these data centers are going to be helping me achieve the high availability so that my servers are always up and running, how Amazon makes sure that what all the data I'm going to be storing, it's always secure and always available to me. So we also have the security management module in here, and we are going to be going and talking about that how you can create multiple users in your AWS account and how you can provide the permissions to those users so that they can help you and provide the right services to you. They can help you manage the right services for you. We have one of the very popular service here called S3, and S3 is actually an object storage in the Amazon Cloud. So Amazon Cloud offers you unlimited storage. So if you're going to be going and using 1 GB, you pay for 1 GB. If you start consuming 10 GB or 100 GB, you start paying for that much. And object storage is a very, very flexible storage with the Amazon. Means you don't have to worry about integrating this storage with the multiple systems. Even though if you think you have some of the servers in your own data center and you do have some of the servers running in the cloud, you can go and integrate this particular storage with everywhere you want. And for this particular storage, you also need not to worry about backing it up. And this is one of the cheapest storage available in the world. You are just going to be going and paying almost 1 cent for 1 GB of storage every month. So if I'm going to be storing 1 GB of data for a month, I'm just going to be paying 1 cent for it for the entire month. That is the beauty of it. Okay, flexibility as well as the cost effectiveness. EC2 here, the next topic, EC2. EC2 is actually a virtual machine in the cloud. With the help of the EC2 service, you can create your Windows and the Linux servers in the cloud. And it is going to be very, very quick. You can actually create the virtual machines in the cloud in less than 5 minutes and start utilizing them and delete them when you don't need it. Amazon also offers some of the technologies such as load balancers, scaling environments, and the DNS services. Okay, so this is the DNS services means you can actually manage your websites, you can create your own hosted zones, you can integrate the your domain names with the various services in the Amazon. You will also be learning about the databases and the analytics services, means how to create the different type of databases and how to use the analytics services in the cloud. Networking and the monitoring services. Networking is again going to be providing you create an environment in the cloud. Monitoring, you want to rely on all the resources if they are working fine on services, in which you different queuing services, notifications, messaging services, and Lambda is actually a serverless platform. Create your application without the help of, without provisioning any kind of gonna be going and providing the platform for you. You just go from the more server called configuration management, and for the automation, the chef here Beanstalk means you can go and utilize all these services within the Amazon to create automatically, repeatedly, multiple times. So the certification that you, what type of questions to expect in the exam and how to get ready for it. There is a module on the DevOps as going to be exposing you that what all the different DevOps components are available and how to use them, how to integrate them. So as you see, I based on 4 different areas. One, the virtual machines. You're going to be learning about virtual machine. Then you're going to be learning about the storage. Then we have the database and the networking. And then all the microservices. Means you will be learning 5 different verticals: virtual machines, storage, database, networking, and the microservices. And that's all you do need to work in the infrastructure environment. That is all you do need to work in the cloud. Okay. All right. Let me go and flip the slide here. All right. So here are a few of the success stories where the people have actually learned about the cloud technologies, and they have been very successful in their career. Okay, and it actually helped them move on to the next step. All right. Now, why to go and benefit? Now, to what are the benefits if I'm going to be going and learning with the Magna? All right, you will be having a lifetime access to the course which you're going to be going and enroll. Means you can ask the questions in the real time as soon as you're going to be discussing the topics, and you are actually going to be going and working with all different small multiple projects during the training program. That means not going to be theoretical, but it's going to be hands-on. You can always reach out to us on a 24/7 support. Okay, so different projects which you can do at our end. So this is the one of the simple project statement which is given here. Means integrating with the website whenever there are going to be any kind of files which are get uploaded in the file system. you might want to integrate that with the different components here. Okay, as soon as you're going to be uploading the file, it will go through the different steps. So for example, as soon as I upload the file here on the storage, which is an object storage here, how object storage is going to be going and invoking the serverless Lambda here, and how Lambda is going to be going and using the simple email service for sending the email communication to the users, and also going to be adding a message in the queue so that it can be processed. You can also go and integrate that with the Route 53, which is the DNS services, and going to be helping you divide the traffic across globe. Okay, this is just one basic simple example where you see learning all these different components and then stitching them together. All right, so this might be looking a little complex to you, but it's actually very simple to use. So I'm pretty much toward the end of the today's session here, and I'm open for the questions you may have on your mind. So we do have 10 minutes left here for the questions. All right. So let me see who will go first. I don't see any questions here in the chat box. Okay. All right. Okay. The first question I'm seeing here is that, is there any scope for the SAP consultants? Yes, absolutely. Okay. So for the SAP consultant, actually, Amazon do offer the SAP softwares which are available there in the Amazon repository. Okay, you can actually go and start learning for the SAP softwares in the Amazon, that how you can go and deploy that in the Amazon cloud. Let me quickly show you one thing here. I'm going to be going and opening up Amazon account here, and once I'm going to be going and logging in, so I'm going to be going and showing you that. Try logging in here in my account. As soon as I open up my Amazon account, I am given on the Amazon Management Console. And if I try to create a new server here, I can actually go and deploy the SAP softwares very quickly. If I say I want to go and create a new server here, it is going to be going and asking me that what type of server you would like to go and create. I can go and search from the marketplace that what all the different SAP softwares are available here. So if I say SAP HANA, so it is going to be going and showing me that what all the different softwares are available for me to use on the SAP side in the cloud. And here we are. You do see SAP Lab is actually selling the software here on the cloud. I can simply go and start utilizing these SAP offerings in the cloud. Okay. All right. Hope this makes sense. All right. Let me take the next question here. Tester can take which certification? Okay, so if I take you back to the certification roadmap, which is there from the Amazon, so tester can actually go for 2 different certifications which are available here. Okay, let me actually bring in that roadmap here back again. So for the testers, you can actually go and begin with the cloud practitioner. Okay, so the cloud practitioner is the first one which you can go and start with, and then you can actually go for the developer. Okay, so these are the 2 tracks which you, I think, should follow. Okay, these are the two areas where you can follow. Okay, let me take the next question here. So what are the skills required to become an AWS architect? I already work as an architect. Okay, so if you are already working as an architect, so means you already have an exposure to the different areas or different verticals, means you already know that what virtual machines are, what are the networking databases and other components. So you just need to go and learn all those things here in the cloud. You need to go and compare the equivalent options available to you in the cloud. Okay, so means you can you just need to have those basic understanding in those different areas. That's it, nothing else is required. You just need to grab the knowledge on the AWS, that how you can equally create the environment with the help of it. Okay, if you're already an architect, you already know a lot of stuff, and it's going to be very easy for you to migrate here. So from the QA perspective, which certification is the best? Again, it's the same answer here, the cloud practitioner plus the developer. So these are the two areas where it's going to be beneficial for you. Okay. Okay. What the sysops do? Sysops people are responsible for the day-to-day job. Okay, they are going to be responsible for maintaining what exactly is running in the current environment. They are also responsible for deploying new stuff and the removing the existing one, decommissioning the existing one. All right, next question is that how Docker images can be deployed and monitored with the 20 plus machines in the AWS. Okay, that is something you can use Elastic Container Service, Amazon. .NET developer also helpful in the AWS? Yes, absolutely. It doesn't matter from where, which domain you do come from. If you are from the developer background, you can actually start with the cloud practitioner plus a developer's level 1 training program here. Okay, Java developer having 4 years experience, so scope for pursuing? Yes, absolutely. There is a lot of potential for you, and 4 years of a Java experience is really huge. And you can actually take your career to the next level by taking up the developer certification. ETL developer, again the same, doesn't matter which developer stream you do come from. So cloud practitioner plus developer is a good combination for you to begin with. So do you need to more knowledge and to learn the VPC? You do need to learn the more knowledge on the VPC if you are going to be going for the solution architect or going for the sysops. As a developer, you don't have to learn a lot of VPCs. Okay, but if you are a sysops or if you are a solution architect, then yes, you are going to be responsible for managing the security, and you are going to be responsible for deploying your environment in the right network. And the VPC actually stands for the virtual private cloud, and it is going to be helping you create your own private network in the cloud. And it's one of the most important topic here we do have in the AWS. Okay, so networking knowledge is required to learn the VPC? Yes, absolutely. You need to have just a basic knowledge on the networking. If you do not have the basic knowledge on the networking side, don't worry. We are going to be giving you and helping you with some of the notes so that you can prepare and you can just brush up the basic networking fundamentals, and that will help you get started on the networking concepts in the cloud. Okay, how AWS is All right. Apologies. I think there was some interruption in the software here. Please confirm if you are able to hear me. Okay, very nice. Thank you. All right. The discussion we would. Okay. All right. Very, very nice. Please let me know if you have any other question here. Okay, I'm an IoT developer and how it's going to be helpful to me. All right, so if you're an IoT developer, so it's going to be useful that how you can use the backend services as an IoT developer. If you already have an IoT devices which are going to be deployed, you can go and leverage some of these services from the Amazon, such as DynamoDB, which is a cloud-based database, NoSQL-based database, which will help you store all the data you are going to be connecting from your IoT devices. What is the cost and the duration? I think I will be requiring the help from my colleague, so you can contact the Magna Infotech for getting the more details on it. Okay. All right. Python developer, how beneficial for the Python developer is. Okay, as I explained earlier, any kind of an automation which is done here in the AWS cloud, that is actually done with the help of the Python scripts. So means if you're going to be using the Python, you can actually create the entire cloud infrastructure with the help of these scripts. You can automate everything, whatever you are creating and managing in there. You can do automatic provisioning, and you can actually go for an automatic maintenance of it. Okay, those are the kind of benefits which you can achieve. Okay. All right, so we are pretty much on the time to complete this session. So I'm going to be taking this very last question here. Working as a DevOps or as a SOP, which has a market demand and a pay scale. I personally feel that the DevOps is an area where you can actually reap much more benefits. Okay, so DevOps is the one area. I think development, the coding is the higher paying jobs, and you get more opportunities in that area, and I think the more benefits are there if I compare the salaries and the pay scale stuff. So I think there are more monetary benefits in the DevOps side. All right, that's all I do have here for you guys. Thank you very much for your time. Hope this was helpful for you. Please do contact us and reach out to you if you have any questions.
So thank you, Gurpreet. Thank you for your valuable session, and all of you for participating in this session. Shortly, you will receive a feedback survey. Please share your insights on today's session, as it will be greatly help shape future events we conduct such as this. We will also send you a link to the recording of this event so that you may share it within your social network and revisit in future. On behalf of Magna Infotech Career Services, a hearty thank you for joining us today. We hope you found this information and dialogue valuable in enhancing your understanding on AWS. If you are interested to know more on this topic, do check out our courses on MICS portal. It is mics.magna.in. So now signing off and wishing you a happy weekend. Thank you all.